So this is the iPhone 16 Pro, and I've had it since launch day. And in this episode, I'm going to talk about if it's worth it now or if you should just wait until the iPhone 17 Pro launches here in a couple of months. So what is up, guys? Nick here, helping you to master your technology. And I talked about how the iPhone 16 Pro has been my main phone lately, and it still remains that way currently right now. Now, I want to talk to you about if you should just pick this up now, if you were looking to buy one, or if you should wait for 17 Pro. Now, let's just start by talking about the build and design. They might actually be changing the design a bit, bringing the Apple logo potentially down. We've seen rumors of like some camera looking bar thingy up here, but still retaining a similar camera design on the upcoming. This is what we've been seeing, but definitely I think if you enjoy the build and design of the iPhone 15 Pro, you would actually like this one a little bit more. And really the look of the phone probably isn't going to change drastically this year, but definitely enough to separate it from the 16 Pro. So if you're looking for definitely a different look, you might want to wait for the 17 Pro just because this looks very similar to the 15 Pro and the 14 Pro. So if you want a bigger, different look, it definitely is worth waiting. Now, when it comes to the actual display of the device, we are looking at an OLED panel here. This is 6.3 inches, and it was one of the best size I've ever seen them do because it was somewhere in between one of the older Maxes that used to be about 6.5 inches and the previous 6.1 inch Pros. And what that provided for is essentially a sweet spot size, I think, when we're talking about a smartphone size. Now, this is a variable refresh 120 hertz display, 19:9 aspect ratio. So what that means is that even though the 16 Pro was smaller, it was still able to spread out plenty of content, and it has a high resolution of around 460 ppi. Now, the upcoming Pro is likely going to retain the similar OLED display. It's going to have a similar aspect ratio. The main thing, though, is the performance. So the iPhone 17 Pro is likely to come with the A19 Pro chip. So if you enjoy the A18 Pro, you're going to get it even faster here, and likely is going to compete better with the likes of the Snapdragon 8 Elite. Now, the chipset should have a combination of 12 gigs of RAM, so that'll be up from 8 gigabytes of RAM, which is a big deal because most Android phones do have like 12 to 16 gigabytes of RAM. So this one is a bit behind with its 8 gigabytes of RAM. It really hasn't slowed me down whatsoever day to day. But for the upcoming, future AI and Apple Intelligence stuff that they will be doing down the line, you'll want to be future-proof there. And so more on-device AI tasks will probably benefit from that increased RAM coming to the iPhone 17 Pro. So if that's something you really care about, that's definitely going to be something to keep in mind. Now, they'll probably increase the camera qualities across all lenses to be 48 megapixels. We'll see what happens there. I do think we might see a little bit further zoom, but that to me is a wild card. We might even see 8K recording support for the first time ever in an iPhone, but right now we're limited to 4K 60, and we do have ourselves a 4K 120 on this phone. So this one is still really good if you want to get the 16 Pro. It has most of what you would need for a professional smartphone experience. But if you're looking for even better cameras, that's always a reason to wait. Like that's a no-brainer one. You'll definitely want to wait there. But I don't think if you're like not a super heavy camera user and you still want the Pro now, this is still fine. It's not like it's going to be some trash just because the iPhone 17 Pro is coming out. So if you've been looking at one of these and you want to pick one up now, you're going to be totally fine. It has such an amazing camera system overall, including the camera control button that came on pretty much all of the iPhones out there. And when I say out there, I mean the 16s, like 16, 16 Pro Max, 16 Pro, and 16 Plus. So that actually became more just my quick camera action button instead of like using all the features that it comes with. I never really used those. It just became a really useful camera button to just snap a quick photo for those times when you don't want to miss a shot. it actually became like muscle memory, and I definitely enjoyed it. There, I have clicked it a couple times on accident. I'm not gonna kid with you there. Definitely did that. But generally, the camera experience on here feels top notch for sure. One thing we might see improve too is a more scratch resistant display. So if you care about the highest quality display, that can be something that you'll care about. In addition, the launch date for this phone is likely going to come in a couple of months here, mid-September. That's pretty much the cycle when Apple usually always brings new devices. But at the same time, the expected design changes to me are going to be likely just a change where the Apple logo is placed, a glass back probably with maybe aluminum housing to get the phone lighter. I think this trend of going lighter, I have a feeling Apple's going to go that route to go to a little bit of a lighter device. But I just feel like if you are in the market now and you want to get a really nice light and just well-balanced phone, the 16 Pro is still one of the ways to go. Now, battery life on the 16 Pro is very strong. It's just not going to be one that's going to last you as long as like a max right here. So if you do want a phone last you day, and then going into the second day, the iPhone 16 Pro Max is going to be the way for you to go. So for those of you looking for stronger battery life, you probably might want to wait because they're always going to try to improve the battery life. But sometimes I've noticed that the iPhones have like a TikTok schedule where like one is on and then the other one is not great, and then you have to wait till the next model year to get it again. Great battery life. That's what I've noticed. Like the 13 Pro was really great, and the 14 Pro not so much. 15 Pro a little bit better. Now 16 Pro, amazing battery life. So it's kind of like they go back and forth, I feel like sometimes. So if you want a guaranteed peace of mind long battery life, go get yourself the 16 Pro or Pro Max. They both do incredibly well in that regard. Now, in terms of the connectivity, we'll probably still have USB-C, maybe some faster Wi-Fi standards, maybe some faster Qualcomm modems, maybe even Apple's modem, but I don't know. I don't know about that. It's probably not to their level they want it yet, maybe just yet. So we might still see Qualcomm inside of the 16 Pros. But MagSafe should make its return for sure. We're going to have some more colors. There's probably going to be one new zingy color like we always see every single year. I do think they're going to improve thermals as well. So if you like to game on your iPhone, you'll probably want to wait because they'll get better thermals in this regard. But the real reason to consider, getting the 16 Pro is if you don't care about having the best cameras ever made, but you still want some of the best ever made and you want to just get this now, you'll be fine here. If you want a guaranteed good battery life, this is still fine to get for sure. But if you want more RAM, more performance, that's probably the main two where I would definitely recommend holding off on the 16 Pro. More RAM, more performance. You plan to really take advantage of the Apple Intelligence down the line as it further develops and the on-device AI further improves. That's where I think waiting for the 17 Pro is going to be a really better decision than getting this right now. But if you don't care about those things and you don't care about having the latest design and you found this one and you want this one, I don't think you're going to be too off. Now, in terms of resale value and timing, if you do want to get a 16 Pro, but you want it at a cheaper price, you'll actually want to wait till after the 17 Pro does launch, because the 17 Pro will come in at a higher price point. This will then become less, so you'll be able to find this a couple $100 less. So that's the timing if you want to save. If you want it now, you want it brand new, this is the time to get it because they're going to drop this one from the lineup as they always do. And that's just the name of the game. So if you want this new, this would be the time. This until about September would be the time to get this product right here, the iPhone 16 Pro. And so that's going to wrap it up here for me. If you're looking for a 16 Pro, but you're like, I don't know, man, I got the money now. I want to buy the 16 Pro, but I don't know if I should wait. Look at it this way. If you're already in the market and you wanted to get the 16 Pro, clearly it did enough to make you want one. But I feel like if you're looking for maybe a slightly reduced dynamic island, that could be a thing coming. Definitely better zooming or just overall better camera lenses, maybe an upgraded front-facing camera, better performance, and a lighter design, you're probably going to be happy with waiting. But if you like a hefty, good battery life, solid iPhone with a great camera control button, really good performance, and just overall, it kind of nails the basics. This is the one. This is the fundamental king. It just nails everything. I never really had any issues with it, and that's one of the reasons why it's my main phone. It just doesn't give me any problems, really at all. So that's it for me. Let me know your thoughts. What are you going to do? We can also discuss the 16 Pro Max as well if you like down below. What is your planning? What is your timing? Did you decide to get a 16 Pro now, or are you going to wait it out for the 17 Pros? And also, let's discuss about what you expect to see from the upcoming 17 lineup, 17 Pro Max and 17 Pro down below in the comments. I'll catch you on the next one. Nick here. Be sure to be well, and peace.